Going. All right, let me just do my quick intro so we can get into it. And
Okay.
thank God today's this thing is recorded so we can enjoy ourselves. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining day 2 of the beautiful, the unfair advantage cohort. Hashtag Sapom is good. That's our hashtag. So this day 2, day 1. Auntie Joy was here yesterday, Jacinta was here yesterday, and a lot of us that are still going to be joining that were here yesterday and we're not here. We have today is more and more packed. Today is more packaged. Auntie Jacinta is already ready with a whole a slide and all that too. But I hope you got one or two things from yesterday's training. What can you tell me from what you got yesterday? Even is one thing. Auntie Joy, Jacinta, what can you tell me? What did you learn from yesterday? Maybe it's one thing, so that we'll just do that in as people join us before we continue. So you guys can meet your mic. Tell me one thing you learned. Do you understand? So I can, before we move into the flow for the day. Nobody wants to unmute their mic.
Okay, yes.
I can hear you.
Today, like if you want to venture into freelancing as a profession or a career or something that you would like to do, you would have to like take into cognizance the people factor, be able to work with people. You need to understand the psychology of people and try as much as possible to be in engagement with people. Like people has to be your major selling point. You need to be able to handle them. You need to be able to like push yourself to do more when you have connections with people, and the connections you have with people probably around you or your business partners or your clients would push you to other people who would also want to patronize you as a freelancer. That's what I learned yesterday.
That is beautiful. You know, you too a freelancer, so you have used this thing for your practical business. That's so now.
Okay.
Joy, any thoughts from you before we go on?
All right, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Joy.
Okay, as a freelancer, you need to be able to understand the business you find yourself.
Yeah.
That is, you need to get full understanding of the people you are working with, be able to communicate with them, have a good interpersonal relationship with your customer or client. And you need to be, and as a freelancer, you need to be exposed. You need to read and learn more about what you are doing. Even if you are exposed to a lot of things, you need to still learn more because no knowledge is wasted. Every knowledge is important.
That's good. That's good. So it shows that we at least got one or two from the training of yesterday. And you see, that's the beauty of whatever we do. We are not just playing or just giving out content that don't make sense. The fact is, whatever we're giving out to you is premium. It's till you put it to work that you know what we are actually talking about. Whatever we're giving to you, we are dishing direct premium value, premium service. So I'm happy we learned this. And like I said, yesterday, unfortunately, we couldn't get a recording, but that has been taken care of today. We are recording live today. So I will pick these different points you mentioned about people, about being exposed, about understanding the crafts that you are going to be in. We are going to do a little bit of like bullet points and post them on the group later on, so that other people can get to enjoy and not miss out on what we did yesterday. So for today, basically, today is day 2, and today we are focusing on content marketing or content creation and social media management. That's what we're focusing on today. And I don't know if there's a better person to take this, but I know that Jacinta is very, very good at this. She has done it for five design studios, and she keeps doing it. She does it for different. She's doing it for herself, and she should be the perfect person to handle this. But quickly, basic introduction. My name is Ogunigbe Emmanuel. I am a super affiliate marketer. I am a visual designer, so that's why I like IJ too. She helps us in our work. I'm a visual designer, and you see, I like big things, so I'm a big lover of Rolls Royce. So, like, I will always announce it, no matter every training I do, whoever has link to Rolls Royce, please show your boy road, please. So, without further ado, we are checking our time because there's a lot to do this evening. This evening is there's a lot of work, but we'll make sure we still put out the best and the best of content for you. Do you understand? So, without further ado, I'd like to bring to the stage my Oga herself, Miss Jacinta Emeka. Did I pronounce it well?
Yes, you pronounced it very well. I mean, how else do you want to pronounce it again?
So please take the floor. Take the floor. Please, as you come in, please turn off your audio. So please take the floor, share your screen, give us what you are here for today. Thank you so much.
All right, good evening, everybody. Please, can you signify in the chat box if you can hear me, please? Hello? Okay, Emmanuel can hear me. Joy, can you hear me? How about Favor? Okay, I think Joy can hear me too. Yeah. All right, so my name is Jacinta Emeka, and I'm a content writer and also a social media manager. Presently working with 5 design studios. You can check us out on Instagram. There you see my works and how far we've come. So, but for the sake of this class, I think we'll be taking social media management and content writing a bit, or content creation to say a bit. The reason why we are taking this course is, number one, for you to be able to learn how to market yourself as a social media manager. Like, how can you earn from social media management? Now, before I actually share my screen, because I have slides that I want to show to you to also guide me along as I continue with this class. That sorry. I will share my screen. Hello?
Yeah, Jacinta.
Yeah?
Please tell us why we cannot see your face, please, before we go on.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I actually, initially, I didn't know this was going to be a Zoom meeting. So I did not, my PC, my system does not have a camera. So I could have gotten that prepared if I had, be pre-informed that this would be a Zoom meeting. So you guys should pardon me. Probably I'll do a video of myself later and send it to the group. But for now, please just bear with me.
That
my face is fine, though. People should not be angry.
All right.
All right, thank you. Okay. I don't know who this person is, but okay. Thank you for joining in. I will share my screen now. Okay, can everybody video management? We'll be starting with that. But before I start, I just want to make it known to us that everything is into each other. As a social media manager, you would also be creating content. You would also be creating content for whichever brand you'll be working for. Yesterday, we talked about freelancing. Yesterday was freelancing. And Mr. Mike talked about how being a freelancer literally means working on your own at your own pace. As a social media manager, you can also do that. You can be a freelance social media manager. You can be working with an organization. But either ways, what we'll be learning today would actually be something you can do on both sides. Either you're a freelancer or you'll be working with an organization. Now, what is social media management? With the definition I have here, it looks bulky, but it's quite simple. So social media management is the process of evaluating social media audiences and developing a strategy to create and distribute social media content that is relevant to those audiences and also communicate through social media profiles while giving reports on social media performances. Let me break it down. Now, social media management is the process of evaluating social media audiences. Now, on various social media platforms, there are people there. There are a lot of people on different social media platforms, be it Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or Twitter. There are a lot of people there. There are people. So social media management is the ability to be able to understand these audiences and developing a strategy to create content that will fit into those type of audiences. Then also communicate through social media profiles while giving reports on social media performances. As we proceed, I would give more details into what the definition is all about. Now, to the main reason why this class is working today was social media management. Now, social media creates great marketing opportunity for businesses. Now, if it were to be some few years back, a lot of people never believed in the power of social media. But in recent times, you now see businesses bringing themselves to social media. Why? Because it has been estimated that about 3.4 billion people are actually on social media. Now, to businesses, that's a whole lot of people. And there's this business ideology that they say more people would mean more sales. Well, I try to believe that to an extent, but now social media creates a great marketing opportunity for businesses, which means because of the number of people on social media, businesses are trying as much as possible to reach out to these people. And brands who are concerned about reaching out to a larger market audience, like I said, there are about 3.4 billion people on social media. That's a lot of people. So these brands now, they are trying to reach out to a larger number of people, and they need efficient social media management team. That's why they need social media managers. Do we understand what I'm saying, please? Or should I go over it again? Hello, you guys should make use of the chat box so I can understand if I would continue.
If you don't understand, please just send in your messages. And if you do, let's just continue.
If you don't understand, just let me know. Okay. All right. So I think I should continue. So now, from here, social media management is the ability, let me go over it again, the process of evaluating social media audiences on different platforms and developing a strategy to communicate and distribute social media content to those people on those different platforms, while also giving reports on social.
Can anybody hear IJ?
Yes.
I can't hear.
Let's proceed. Social media managers are in charge of. Yeah,
you actually skipped for a moment. We didn't hear you for some time. You know what? Just continue where you are. You have your slide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. So I will share this slide to Emmanuel after the program. So probably if you have access to it and you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm actually on the group. So in case of any places where I missed, you guys can ask me questions. I'll be available. Now, who are social media managers? Social media managers are people. They are not computers. They are humans who are in charge of representing a brand across their social media channels or platforms. Now, as a social media manager, whether you are working as with freelance, maybe you're a freelance social media manager, or you're working with a brand or a company, you are in charge of representing your brand across their various social media channels. That is across whatever social media platform that they are. A good brand should have a marketing team that can look into the viable platforms where their business can thrive. Now, not all businesses should be on a particular social media platform. So if they have a particular social media platform that they are using to thrive on on social media, you as a brand manager, you are in charge of representing that brand across their social media channels, be it on Instagram, be it on WhatsApp, anywhere. You're in charge. So, and you are the voice of the brand. Why? Because you are closer to the audience and you provide expert guidance on how businesses can enhance their online presence and build credible brands on social media. Now, as a social media manager, you are the voice of the brand because you are closer to the audience. The audience do not know the company, they know you. Even though they might not necessarily know that, okay, this is the person, this is the real person, maybe they don't know your face, like this is the person behind this brand, but they know that there is somebody that they can speak to whenever they have concerns or whenever they want to purchase or buy anything from the brand that you are managing. They know that there is somebody who is available to respond to them. And that is your job as a social media. That's who you are as a social media manager. Now, the next one, starting out in social media management. So I want to believe that every one of us who is here today, we don't have any knowledge on social media management. You are here because you want to gain knowledge about social media management and how it works. Now, social media in general takes time and effort to manage and also a working strategy. With what I'm explaining, you should already be getting insight into what you would do as a social media manager, because that's the beginning of how you can earn from it. Now, social media takes time, takes effort, and a working strategy to manage it. It also evolves, like your apps on your phone now, like Instagram, you receive updates every time. You receive updates that's continuously, there are updates because people who also own these social media platforms too, they are not machines, they're human beings. So they are working to creating viable platform for businesses so that businesses can actually thrive. So as a social media manager, you need a working strategy to be able to manage these updates, these changes. Now, managing social media also requires skills that goes beyond posting every day. These are part of the things that we want to address, because a lot of businesses, when they come to you as a social media manager, they want to hire your services, and you actually, okay, this is my price, and they be like, why is this so expensive? It's not just to post. This is just, no, social media goes beyond posting every day on social. It goes beyond that. Except, of course, you're an influencer who has an audience who is readily waiting to, as in, choke on your content. Except, of course, you have those kinds of maybe you're an influencer. If you are not one, you need a very, very good working strategy to be able to get something out of social media. Even influencers today too also need strategy. They need good content. If you're an influencer, you don't have good content, nobody would follow you. Nobody would engage with your content. Nobody would buy any products that you influence. So they need those kinds of strategic places too. Now, social media managers should also have basic skills that are required to deliver efficiently across the platforms where they work on. I'll be expatiating on that. As a social media manager, there are basic duties you perform for your company, for the company you work with. And these duties are diligently carried out with basic social media tools that are available at your disposal. Now, as a social media manager, you should keep in mind that apart from the fact that you should be present on the various social media platforms where you manage, there are also other duties that you will carry out because you want to get the most out of social media for your brand. Or as a freelancer, you can work for 1, 2, 3 social media platforms at your own convenience. You truly want to get the most out of them. So even if these platforms have their own content, there are still some basic things you need to do so that you can be able to like give out the best and assert yourself as a social media manager. Now, what are the duties that you're going to perform? Number 1, content calendar preparation. Now, what's content? Content is basically what you put on social media. Content is basically what people want to see. Content is basically what people consume. The reason why you're on social media is because you want to see something. What's that thing you want to see? Content. That's it. And content can take different forms. Content can take the form of videos. Content can take the form of audio. Content can take the form of newsletters. Content can take the form of a lot of things. Anything you see on social media is content. So now, as part of social media management, part of the duties would be content calendar preparation. What is content calendar preparation? This is very essential. It's very essential to plan a schedule and publish upcoming content. Now, there's 3 things: plan, schedule, and publish upcoming content to ease your workflow as a social media manager. Can we hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Content calendar is to plan your and schedule and publish your upcoming content to ease your workflow as a social media manager. You want to ensure that your content goes up timely to keep your company business running. Now, there are 3 things involved in this content calendar preparation: to plan, schedule, and publish your upcoming content. So I earlier stated that the company you might be working with, or as a freelancer, any platform that you are managing, it could have as a specific content that they have. For example, let me give an example. You're working with a, let's say, a design brand like I do. Design brands, they make designs for people. They have content already. They have clients that come to them. Okay, I want to do this social media flyer for this. They have this, so they put these designs on their platforms. That's content. But as a social media manager, how would that content look like on that platform? When should that content go up? And how should the content go up? That's your job. That's what you should think. They have the content already. How do you creatively make that content look very okay for the audience that you are managing? Like I said before, you are closer to the audience. The audience know you. They don't know people who work on with the brand. They know there is somebody behind this brand and this person doing this. So they know you. You are the one who understands the audience. You are the one that understands the kind of content that they want. That's part of your duties. You have to be able to understand which kind of content is working for the platform that you are working on. Which kind of content works for Instagram? Which kind of content works for Twitter? Which kind of content works for Facebook? You need to be able to understand that. So now it is
Jacinta, you have gone off again. Jacinta, I guess our network is having issues.
I think the network is having issues here.
this
You have gone
third-party
off
apps are
again.
inbuilt. Hello?
You went off again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you
I
went
did?
off again. You went off again.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can
My
continue.
connection. Okay, can I get like few minutes? Let me check my connection so I don't go off again.
No problem, no problem. You have it too.
Okay. Hear me? Can we hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you now. Can everybody hear?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I think my connection went out for a moment there. So, continuing from where we stopped, it is essential to plan, schedule, and publish.
I think it has gone off again.
Publish your content. Now, there are content scheduling Instagram this slides that I've talked about planning. Me. Hello.
Yes, you went off again, but just keep going, keep going.
Okay. So I've talked about planning your content. Now, scheduling content on social media. Now, after you've understood the kind of audience that you have understood the kind of people who are maybe part of the audiences or for the brands where you work on, scheduling your content would be knowing the particular timing when your content will go up on social media, the particular time. So there are platforms where you can schedule your content so that it goes up at the right time, so that you don't forget. If you have a lot of platforms where you manage, you don't forget to post on this one and leave this one. So there are content scheduling platforms that you can use. So after planning your content, you schedule to publish. You put it up, then you monitor it. So you monitor the inflow, monitor the outflow, the engagement that it has. And if you are creating content for sales, you need to be able to learn that part too. Like work your content to be able to reach the amount, the number of people that it should reach. Now, for content organization, I said this is basically how your content will look like on the platform you are managing. As a social media manager, you should keep in mind that you are closer to the audience, and you have to study the type of audience you are managing to understand how and when to put up content and the kind of content to share at a particular timing to make it easily accessible to your audience. So I've actually explained this in content calendar preparation. So that's why I said it's actually inside each other, content creation and social media management. As a social media manager, you would create content. It is necessary, compulsory. You would create content. Can we hear me? I feel like you guys cannot hear me.
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Please push it tell me because I don't know. All right. So I've actually explained content organization inside content calendar preparation. Content organization is how your content will look like, and probably the sequential order you should take when it is going up. For example, should you post video first, or you should post normal, maybe a normal picture post? Those kinds of things you need to think about. What are the things you want to see first? Your audience. What time do you think your audience would be online? That is the particular timing. What time do you think mainly, as in bulk of your audience, are online? Is it in the morning? Is it midday or towards evening time? You have to be able to check that. And as a social media manager, you should be able to understand those kinds of timing. Now, the last one, ability to make use of a variety of social media platforms. Now, as a social media manager, your major upside is to having the right knowledge about social media platforms and how they work. But to increase your efficiency, this is in two ways. You should have the right knowledge about how social media platforms work. You should have the right knowledge about them and how they work. Now, you know Instagram, you know how to use Instagram, you know how to use Twitter, you know how to use Facebook. You have the right knowledge about how this social media platform work. But to increase your efficiency, you might consider specializing in one or two social media platforms for a start and build your portfolio as you gain ground. So you are just starting out in social media management. You have the right, okay, you know how to use Instagram and Facebook, and somebody is coming to you and telling you, okay, I want you to do this, I want you to manage this and that. So you have to be able to understand, as in specializing on one or two first, because so you don't get overwhelmed and so you don't underperform. If you have a good knowledge about how social media platforms work, like you have taken the course on social media management like you're doing now, you know how Instagram works. Okay, you've learned Instagram works for maybe if you want to post for pictures, businesses and all. Twitter works for text engagement and everything. If you've understood all those parts, you have to choose the platform where you want to major on for a start, so that you can gain that. So I think I need to hurry it up now. So common social media platforms for managers, we have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Like there are a lot of them, but these are the major social media platforms where you find businesses. We are doing social media management for businesses. So this is major platforms where you find them. So your basic social media management skills, like I said before, you need to have writing skills. A social media manager must have good writing skills, that you're able to create messages that are easily understood by your audience. Then research skills. You need to be able to conduct research. You need to be able to stay up to date with social media updates and seek for ways to improve your company's reach and engagements. You need to be able to make extensive research. Now, good communication skills, like I said before, people, they know you, they don't know the brand. You need to be able to communicate well with your audience and also give feedback to the company that you work for. The reputation of your company depends on how you can be able to communicate to its audience. That is very, very important. As a social media manager, you must be able to keep reputation because it depends, your company's image depends on it. Now, financial literacy. As a social media management, you must be financially literate. That is, you must be able to give detailed analysis for every money you spend. Now, I mentioned ad campaigns here. As a social media manager, you would conduct advert campaigns, like you conduct adverts on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or Twitter, or any other social media platform where your brand or your company finds itself. You must be able to calculate and give detailed analysis for your budget so you don't incur losses. And you must be financially responsible and accountable. For every penny you spend, you must be able to be accountable for it. For ad campaigns, that's a different course entirely. It's a whole different thing on its own. It's teaching you how to run ad campaigns. Now, you must possess selling skills. Like as a person who is present on the social media platform, you must be able to sell for the brand. And like everything you do should be able to yield credible results. Selling does not necessarily have to do with money. It has to be, it might be probably pushing your brand for more engagement or for more people to see it. I know. Now, to start a business, I will share this later with them for in the group, but I will just go over it. Now, to start a business, for you to start earning in social media management, you must, number one, have social media expertise. You must have great mastery of social media platform. You must know how to use social media platforms a lot by taking courses and every other thing. Then identify your niche. That's choose the social media platforms where you want to specialize on. Like I said before, for a start, you can major in one or two different social media platforms so you don't get overwhelmed and underperform. Now, figure out your service offering. Now, how you can do this is there are businesses on social media. You have to find out what they need. What do they need from social media? And what are the problems they are facing in social media management? You need to be able to identify that, to be able to figure out what kind of service you'll be rendering to these people. Then you serve those needs. Then you determine your pricing and work towards finding your ideal clients. So once you have, there are a lot of other things. Trust me. Starting a business in social media management is not limited to just this alone. There are a lot of other things, but for a start, you need to just put all this. These are just the basic steps that you need to be able to do. Like these are the steps that you need to be able to focus on so that you can be able to launch yourself into a career in social media management. So I think that's all I have for today. If there are any other questions, probably you throw the questions to me on the group. I will respond as soon as I can. Thank you, guys.
Wow, thank you so much for that. Please, you can stop sharing your screen now.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Let's drop some clap emojis in the chat box if you know you have enjoyed a bit of this session today. Let's drop some clap emojis. You guys know where the chat box is now. I want to check my because me, I'm always writing. In case you're not writing, I'm always writing. So number one thing I picked was that there are 3.4 billion people that use social media. Wow. If you don't know what that means, like wow, there are 3.4 billion people using social media. Meaning that if we break it down, we have how many people in Nigeria? According to our people, they say we have about 200 million. So that means you can do a business that can cut across to different, because the beauty of social media is you don't need to actually be with this person to be able to get in the click of this person. There are a lot of links and networks that has been formed through social media, different big businesses that has been done through social media. So we need to start understanding the power of social media, because there's something in sales that who has the most traffic gets the most sales. Who has the most traffic, no matter how good or bad the product is, who has the most traffic gets the most sales. You must know, whenever you see anything, there's a lot of people here, know that is a pond of money, that is a pool of money. Because when there's a lot of people, there's a lot of problems. And where there is solution to problems, there is money. I don't know if you guys understand me. Where there is solution to problems, there is money. So what's the little thing I've learned from social media, like I said, I've learned 3.4 billion people are on social media. That is 3.4 billion times naira that I can start printing in the world. Do you understand? So, and she also talked about something that hits me strongly, that even an influencer, because like I said, I've already said that, who has the most traffic can make the most sales. But she made a statement that challenged my thinking now, that even an influencer without a basic strategy of how to, basic strategy of content to put out, it can still lose out from the power of social media. So meaning that your power to, and what is content, like she said, it's just whatever you post on social media. It doesn't have to be something special. Content that can just connect with people. Your picture is content, because other people like your picture. There's a reason people like your pictures. There are some people you follow a lot of pages. There are some all they post is pictures and they have 20K followers, 30K followers. Now the job for them is just to merchandise, turn those followers to sell a product to them, and they can make money from it. Another thing I wanted to add to what she said is, for you to start making money from social, you can connect with Auntie IJ. IJ is what I call her, name is Jacinta. You can connect with her. Now you might not have your full social media capability yet, but you know that you want to operate in this space because there are 3.4 billion people on the web. There is a lot of money to be made. So you know that she's good at this thing. Get someone that needs this as service, connect with her and make a commission, discuss it on a commission base and be making money from it while you keep toning and learning your skill. And this is basically affiliate marketing, which we'll be learning tomorrow. And I full ground for that one. I'm really excited about that. But you see, what we have learned from social media, we need to take it to the next level. Start seeing your social media platform as a personalized ATM. It's not just for posts. Yes, it's good for posts. You can grow your followership by posting this policy that yes. But this thing can also make you money. I still did a search on Google. So I was doing a research for a particular ad campaign. And I did a search and I noticed the amount of people that make money from social media apart from what they do. See the big boys, the Davidos, the Biscuit, they make billions of naira from social media. Not even that they are musicians or not that they're even doing sponsoring. From their social media platform alone, they make a lot of money. YouTube alone pays people, if you have about 10,000 watching hours on your YouTube page, on your YouTube channel, YouTube start paying you for ads. So there are different ways to make money from this social media game, and the wealth there is just massive. So I hope you have learned something from today. The class is definitely recorded, so it will be sent to us. It will be loaded on YouTube and be sent to us this night or latest tomorrow morning. And thank you so much for joining the second day 2 of the Unfair Advantage cohort. And like I announced yesterday, the cohort does not just end here. Now, when we are done tomorrow with affiliate marketing, you are going to have a first-time view to choose where do I want to start. This ASU season strike, where do I want to start? Because the fact is, Nigeria, the way Nigeria is going, they are not even ready to resume anybody to school. So we now have to start, okay, where do I want to start? Do I want to start on freelancing? Do I want to start on social media? Or do I want to start on affiliate marketing? When you decide, because these things are wide, when you decide, okay, which one will pay me more? When you decide, then each speaker will create a group. And I think I talked about this in the group today. Each speaker will create a group personally for you because you have been on this group, you are on this course, you have a special advantage. So we create a group and we start mentoring, we start mining you, we start teaching you whatever it needs, whatever it takes, giving you some tests, whatever it takes for you to start making your own money. So you have guidance. When I started affiliate marketing, I didn't have guidance. When I started a lot of things I didn't have guidance. When I started graphic design, I did not have guidance. I started to connect with Oche and my boss that talked yesterday and different other people that grew my skills. I started buying courses online. So now we are giving you automatic guidance for free. Do you understand? Because you are part of this cohort. My dream for this